Hello everyone. Today's we are going to discuss a topic that is anticoagulants. So first of all we should know about the anticoagulants introduction, then its classification and mechanism of action. Now the definition of anticoagulants. Actually anticoagulants are drugs that prevent the clotting of blood, or the anticoagulants are the drugs that prevent or reduce the coagulability of blood. Actually heparin is the most coagulating drug which is used to coagulate the blood. Heparin is the strongest acid in the body. It is a glycosaminoglycan. It is a mucopolysaccharide found in the mast cell of the liver, lungs and intestinal mucosa. Actually heparin is the first extracted from the liver. Heparin is a powerful anticoagulant that acts intestinally both in vivo and in vitro. Now come to the classification of the anticoagulants. Actually these anticoagulant drugs are used as in vivo and in vitro. Okay, anticoagulant drugs is divided into two classes. Number one is in vivo drugs and number two is in vitro. So number one is in vivo, used as anticoagulants, also divided into two types. Number one is fast acting and number two is slow acting. Fast acting drugs like heparin, okay, synthetic heparin derivatives, direct thrombin inhibitors like oral or parenteral, okay, and slow acting are oral anticoagulants like coumarin derivatives, warfarin sodium, indendione derivatives. These are the slow acting drugs like this one, 2 or 3. Okay, and now come to the indirect acting or in vitro drugs like heparin citrates, oxalates, sodium aditate. Okay, these are the drugs which comes under the indirect acting or in vitro acting. Now come to the mechanism of action of drugs. Actually antithrombin third is a peptide that is synthesized in the liver and circulate in the plasma. Okay, this is the antithrombin third is a peptide that is synthesized in the liver and circulate into the plasma. Now come to the warfarin mechanism of action, warfarin synthesis and its use. So actually this is a oral anticoagulants. Cattle that were fed on spoiled sweet clover developed a hemorrhage disease. This turned out to be due to an bihydroxycoumarin, an anticoagulant in the spoiled sweet clover. Many related compounds were there developed and are also being closed and used as rat poisoning. So now come to the mechanism of action of warfarin. Actually warfarin and its congeners act as a anticoagulant only in vivo because they act by interfering with the synthesis of vitamin K. Vitamin K dependent clotting factor in the liver. They block the gamma carboxylation of glutamate residue in prothrombin factors like 7, 9 and 10. Gamma carboxylation is necessary for these factors to participate in coagulation. The onset of action is slow. It develops over 1 to 3 days because oral anticoagulants do not destroy the already circulating clotting factors. So prothrombin times is measured to monitor the treatment. It takes 5 to 7 days for prothrombin time to return to normal after stopping oral anticoagulants. Okay, this is the warfarin mechanism of action. Now come to the structure of warfarin. This is the structure of warfarin. This is the use. It is used in patient undergoing or the Purdick surgeries used as a arrest normal clotting of the blood. And this is the synthesis of the warfarin drug. And this is another drug, that is anisinodone, used of as a oral anticoagulant. Mechanism of is the same as the warfarin drug, which is used as a clotting of the blood. These are the antiplatelet drug, which is used as a anticoagulants. These agents that inhibit platelets aggregation should be able to modify or present thrombosis. This is the example of drug, and this is the structure of the drug. Used as a antiplatelet drug, used as a aspirin, allergy and thrombophilia. Okay, this is about the anticoagulants. Hope you understand. Thank you.